author of the book Mind Games of a Broken Heart, What You Need to Know Before Your Next Relationship. A lot of people suffer from low self-esteem, and this is carried over into their relationships, sometimes into marriages, and then their partners tend to treat them anyhow. They don't place so much value on them, and this is not actually the fault of the partner, but the fault of the person who suffers from low self-esteem. This is one of the topics that I talked about in my book, Mind Games of a Broken Heart. People go through traumatic experiences, heartbreaks, and they find it difficult to navigate life afterwards. Usually what happens is they either stay in unforgiveness, they are depressed, they are angry, they are bitter, or they just give up on life and decide that, okay, I don't want to love again, I don't even want to go into any relationship again. But this shouldn't be so. First, you need to forgive yourself. You need to be aware of the state or season of life that you're in, and make a conscious decision to move forward, to move past the hurt and pain. Release forgiveness to them, move past the hurt and pain, and then navigate your life to seek a fuller expression. And in the end, desire to find love again, because actually love is out there waiting for you. But you need to put yourself together and get out of that pit, that ditch that you're in, because what heartbreak does is to it makes you feel less of who you are. You don't even see value in yourself, you don't see value in anybody. Even if your friends come around, you just feel hate and anger towards everybody, especially towards the person that has broken your heart. But these things are really painful. It's not so easy. It's possible, but it's not easy. You need to make a conscious decision and tell yourself that I can do this. So low self-esteem, if you don't place so much value on yourself, the world decides to place a certain narrative on you, and that is the kind of energy signature you begin to exhume around you, and you tend to attract people that do not value you to yourself. Because what happens is, every day when you go out, when you show up, we are emotional beings, so people feel the way you interact with them. And life is, to think life is fair is not to have experienced life. There are people out there looking out for those who are vulnerable, so that they can take advantage of them. So I'm here to tell you that you are the value. Don't allow anybody decide the narrative about you. You are the value. You are loved, and you have a purpose. If there wasn't something valuable in you, trust me, you wouldn't be here, and God would not have created you in the first place. So I need you to understand that you are the value. You need to place a lot of value on yourself, so that the world sees you that way and nobody treats you like a piece of trash. Yes, people are desperate. People are they've gone through certain seasons in life, and then they take decisions not minding who they come in contact with. They just decide that, okay, because I've been heartbroken, I'm going to treat this person, I'm going to treat the series of people that come my way the way I've been treated, but life isn't that way. And the first thing is, if you place so much value on yourself, people like that, even when they come across you, you're able to spot them from a distance, and you just tell yourself, I can't cope with this. I can't put my best foot in this relationship, so to speak, if they're asking you out. And they usually say that, tell me your friends and I'll show you who you are. If you don't want this kind of people that are broken, people that tend to take advantage of those that have been through traumatic experiences or traumatic seasons, then you need to show up and be the best version of yourself. Low self-esteem does not allow you to seek a fuller expression to yourself, and that's the way every other person is going to see you. That's why I need you to understand, every other person that you come in contact with is going to see you that way. And it happens every day. People are in abusive relationships and they feel, I might not get someone as good as this person, and then you stay there. You're killing yourself. You are dying a day at a time. Because if you do not, your life is always, you always seek a fuller expression of life. Your subconscious is always seeking a fuller expression. So your subconscious tries to mirror your conscious mind. And what happens is, if the internal dialogue is wrong, if you don't value yourself, the things that you say to yourself in private are definitely going to be detrimental words. They're going to be words that continuously put you down, words that don't inspire you, words that don't encourage you, words that don't help you to live your best life on a daily basis. So your internal dialogue needs to be right. Self-esteem is something, low self-esteem is something a lot of people suffer with, but you don't even decide, as in, they don't even want to own up and say, okay, this is actually the way I feel about myself. First is awareness. Do you understand that, okay, this is how I feel? Next is how to deal with it. How do you close the gap, moving from a state of low self-esteem to a point where you are more confident about yourself? It starts with a strategy, and you have to be aware first, and then you take gradual steps to ensure that you're able to grow your confidence. Your internal monologue or dialogue is right. Every day when you wake up, look in the mirror and say those nice things about yourself. I'm beautiful, I'm confident, I'm powerful, I'm wealthy, I'm inspirational, I am a goal-getter, I can do all things, nothing stops me, I am unstoppable, I'm a dreamer, I'm ambitious, I'm a cheerful giver. See those words that bring up fire and life inside of you. What are those things that charge up your energy? Are you aware of those things that bring back your energy? These are some of the things that help boost your self-confidence. What kind of communities do you belong to? What kind of support system do you have around you? If your friends are not supportive, they are always going to put you down. If your coaches or mentors, that's if you have any, if they don't support you, you constantly put yourself down. The communities that you belong to. I know sometimes from families and for career women and men, sometimes you can't really choose the kind of people you hang around, and that is why you need to decide for yourself, okay, this is what I want. If I'm suffering from low self-esteem, this is how I'm going to bridge the gap and build self-confidence. So you now surround yourself with those kind of people that charge you up, people that refuel you, people that bring out the life in you, the life force in you. Because you see, every day we meet different people, and your energy signature, the way you show up in the world, kind of attracts certain kind of people. You attract who you are. Take it or leave it, you attract who you are. So if you want to stop that flow, that circle, you need to change who you are from within, and it doesn't happen in a day. You need to work on this consciously, intentionally, every day. Write those words of affirmation on sticky notes or sticky pads. Stick them up on your wardrobe, or in areas where you can see them every day on a daily basis, and tell yourself that I can do this, I am more, I am made for more, because you are the value and you are more than enough. If you believe so much in yourself, you begin to attract the kind of people that believe so much in themselves, and guess what happens? There's a life force, something is activated, and things begin to happen for you. But you need to start from the state of awareness. Decide that, okay, this is the issue I'm facing, this is how I'm going to deal with it, and there has to be a strategy to it. It doesn't happen in a day. Rome was not built in a day. What happens? How do you move from a state of low self-esteem to a state of confidence? Like I said, first, let me just itemize them. You need to have words of affirmations every day. Have words that you say to yourself. 2, you need to have the right support structure. Do you belong to communities that stretch you? Ask yourself these questions and begin to observe yourself closely. What are those things that I enjoy? What are the people that when I'm around them, I feel so much fire? I feel alive. I feel happy, excited, on top of the world. Ask yourself. So you begin to look out for those kind of communities or those kind of friendships. Build this kind of power circle. A power circle is very important. A power circle is a group of friends with whom you relate with at different seasons or stages in your life, and you guys have a common goal, right? Everybody is aiming to achieve one thing or the other. So what happens is you guys come together, hold strategic sessions amongst yourselves, and then you decide that, okay, this is the area I'm struggling with, this is the person that has some kind of strength in this area, and this is the person that can help me in this area. So when you have a power circle and a support structure, it helps you to evaluate over time. It could be monthly, it could be weekly, it could be bi-weekly. It depends on the way your system runs, but you need to have a power circle, a group of friends, people that stretch you and help you. You can also have an accountability partner. This is somebody that would help you to ensure that the goals that you set for yourself, you're able to meet that target. How does this play out? If you decide that, okay, I'm going to say words of affirmation every day for 5 days, if you're not if you've not built up your muscle to the point that you say a thing and you're able to do it, just tell somebody to remind you or ask you at the end of the day if you've actually done it. This works like magic. Trust me, it works like magic. Because when you have when you're conscious that I need to report to somebody about something I need to do today, then you're conscious about putting in a little effort to actually work on that thing or work on that goal. Words of affirmation, they are powerful, because when you say these things, you speak these words into the universe, they hit you right back. Your inner ears get to listen to these things, and your spirit man is energized. You are pumped up, you are fired up. And anytime you feel low self-esteem, just get these words out and just say them to yourself. Do a 5-minute pep talk to yourself. Trust me, it really works. Don't stay around people that always put you down or trample you. And there's one more thing I need to bring to your attention. Sometimes you might suffer rejection, but it doesn't mean that's the end of the world. Yes, because maybe your path is not aligned with that person. The person might not understand your journey. So just excuse them and say they didn't know better. If they did, they wouldn't treat me the way they did. So don't get angry or bitter or frustrated by those people. You will face rejection at some point in time, but doesn't change anything new. Go back and celebrate yourself. Celebrate your wins. This is what I do. Sometimes when I feel I used to suffer low self-esteem, and for quite some time, I didn't even own up and to it. I didn't come to the state of awareness to say, okay, I'm actually suffering from this thing. And I met a friend, we got talking, and I opened up to him and told him that this is what I am feeling. I don't know why. And he was like, are you joking? You must, as in, you can't be serious. Why on earth would you feel that way? You're beautiful, you're intelligent, you have everything going for you, you have an amazing career. And since from then on, I began to see myself that way, and I began to build this muscle up. So anytime I feel down or low, I just go and immerse myself in things that pump me up, things that fire up my energy. I do those things that, especially like self-care. Do those things that help you feel alive again. If you love to be pampered, why not go to the spa and get a massage? Go get your pedicure, manicure done. Go get your hair done. Go to the salon. Go get some massage. Immerse yourself in some essential oils and all that. If you're a guy, why not go to, if you have friends that, I know some a lot of guys are really sporty, so why not go to friends that play the kind of sports that you enjoy? Just spend some time with them. Or if you have a coach or a mentor, spend some time and discuss with them. Because sometimes when you meet people who have gone ahead of you, and you guys have certain discussions, you're fired up, you're like, wow, I'm so alive. Conversations, they drive decisions. And if you are able to understand this thing that I'm explaining to you, it's a game changer. You have conversations that set those light bulbs in your head. I think it just switches those light bulbs on. Trust me, you're fired up, you're energized, your energy comes back, you are alive, you're full of life, and you're ready to take the world. So you need to check these things. Do an audit of your network. Do I have this kind of people around me, people that support me a lot, people that ready to tell me the honest truth, even when they know it's not going to go down well with me. You need to have this kind of friends around you, and don't take it too hard. Don't be too hard on yourself. Sometimes we need this kind of evaluations from close friends so that we're on track and we set the record straight. We kind of adjust some things, unlearn certain things and learn certain things. Knowledge is progressive and we're learning every day. Guess what? Some things that I knew 5 years back, today I'm like, okay, what was I even thinking to have believed these things as, quote unquote, the norm? Or how did I take them so seriously and decide that, okay, this was just what it was supposed to be? So knowledge is progressive. As you move around, as you interact with people, you're exposed to a lot of people who have a lot of depth, intellectual capacity and all that. They expose you to a whole lot of things, and that's why your communities, your support structure, the kind of friends you hang around, those things are very important, because it will help to skyrocket the person who is least in that community and in that group. And this is one thing I do. I try to join communities of people that are doing way better than me. What does that do? It helps me to stretch. It helps me to dream bigger. It helps me to see the world in a whole, in a different perspective and in a different light, so that you are now able to evaluate certain things and say, okay, I thought this was right. I shouldn't be doing this again. I thought that was right. I shouldn't be doing that again. When you show up in your relationships this way, nobody takes you for granted. They know that this person is ready. This person is pumped up and fired up. This person is amazing and I want to be with him or her. Nobody will want to break up with that kind of a person. Someone who has worked on his himself, who has built confidence, who has high self-esteem, somebody who has been able to increase the things that he does for himself, growing his capacity, is being the best that he can be. You can't put this kind of people down. So these are some of the things you need to start asking. The questions you need to start asking yourself. What have I been doing before now? How have I been handling certain things before now? What kind of communities have I set myself in before now? All these questions, when you answer them truthfully, they help you to come to the point of awareness of the next step you need to take, and you decide that, okay, this is what next I need to do to move from point A to point B. And you have to keep growing, you have to keep learning. Don't just be stuck there. I beg of you, don't be stuck there. If you've been heartbroken, forgive yourself and move on. There's a whole new world out there waiting for you. A whole new world out there waiting for you. Because what happens is, when you stay there, when you stay depressed, in bitterness, or you're angry, your light is off. Your light is off. Nobody sees you. Nobody sees the goodness that is in you. You begin to emit those energy signatures, and then you attract the worst kind of people to yourself. No, you cannot do that to yourself. And every decision is vital. Yes, forgive yourself for making those mistakes. You can move past it. You can move past the stage that you're in and find yourself again. Seek a full expression of yourself. I want you to be self-confident. I want you to give life your best shot. I want you to be the best that you can be. There's a whole lot of topics that I talked about in my book. It has affirmations as well. It has messages on things you can say to yourself, just to lift your spirit and to help you get in that mood of awareness, where you understand that, okay, I am the value and I have to be more. I have to show up every day with my best self. I have to show up every day being the best person I can ever be. Trust me, you don't know who is watching. You might also, your life might be inspiring someone else as well. Someone that is going through a season that is detrimental, a season that has kind of broken them, a season that has made them live life less of who they truly are. So when you are able to put all these things together, trust me, you live life happy, you're excited, you're confident, you're like, I am ready for everything that I need to do in life. So I bet I've been able to expose certain things to you, bring you to upgraded your level of awareness, brought you a couple of insights on what you need to do. and how you need to navigate your path. Nobody needs to wallow in pity or silence, and nobody deserves to stay in a relationship that isn't working, a relationship that is abusive, a relationship that doesn't value you. You don't need to stay there. Trust me, you don't need to stay there. If you continue to stay there, you are killing yourself. You are beginning to die one day at a time. You are beginning to live life each day less of who you truly are, who you truly ought to be. You don't live life to its maximum capacity. As in, you don't live life to the fullest. Let me use that word. You don't live life to the fullest. So my book is on Amazon, paperback and Kindle version, and also on Okada Books. You can check out these links. Go grab a copy of my book. If you have friends that also need to get this message as well, please, by all means necessary, get in touch with them, get the book for them, notify them that this book is out there and you need to read it. Trust me, it's an interesting read, and I really want to hear stories that you're living your best life, stories of how this book has really helped you to move past your pain, to to move past to help you to move from pain to gain, help you to navigate life and be the best that you can be, living your life unapologetically, living your life to the fullest, just being the best that you can ever be. So thank you once more. My name is Elizabeth already author of the book Mind Games of a Broken Heart, what you need to know before your next relationship. Those are the people. Thank you. Bye.